All right, our last example is y equals 1/2 x minus 5, the quantity x minus 5 times the quantity x plus 3. I hope the first thing that you notice that this is in factored or intercept form. And so it automatically tells us our x-intercept. And in this case, both of them. So this tells me that my x-intercepts are, if I set that equal to 0, which I hope this actually isn't something you would need to show, maybe after an example or two. You would get used to just setting both equaling to 0. That's a 5. That's a really messy 5. So x equals 5, and then x plus 3 equals 0. So then we have 5, 0, and negative 3, 0. So then if I go to graph that from there, I know this is going to open up because our a value is positive. So opens up. Let's take a look. So we have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have negative 3. So we know that our vertex has to be between those two values, halfway in between actually, and we know it's either above or below the x-axis. Well, because we know that this opens up, the vertex would have to fall below. So when I go to find the vertex, I know that it's halfway between 5 and negative 3. So my axis of symmetry would be 5 plus negative 3, which is 5 minus 3, all over 2, which gives us 1. And if you plug that in, you get y equals 1/2 times 1 minus 5 times 1 plus 3. Negative 4 times 4 is 16, divided by 2 is negative 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now if you use my trick for graphing, if I go over 1, I should go up 1. But because it is vertically compressed by a factor of 1/2, I'm only going to go up 1/2. So over 2 should be up 4, but I'm going to compress that by a factor of 1/2. So only up 2. And if I go over 3, should be up 3 squared, which is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. And I already have my x-intercepts on there. Now that's a lot of points. I don't know that I would actually expect that many points. It gave us a nice, pretty graph. Y-intercept. Oh, there's the bell. We plug in 0 for x. So we have y equals 1/2, 0 minus 5, and 0 plus 3. So we actually already have that on here too. But negative 5 times 3 is negative 15, divided by 2 is negative 7.5. Although I could have just read that from the graph as well. My domain, I like to see my graph when I write the domain. Again, my x values, all real numbers, or negative infinity to infinity in interval notation. And my range, if I do inequality notation, would be x is greater than or equal to x, not x, it's y. Y is greater than or equal to negative 8. This one was obviously the fastest form. We will do a lot with this form later in the year, but I just want you to get your feet wet. Thank you very much.